I am the terror that stumbles in the night. I am the feeling your stomach gets after a night of cheap beer. I am Darkwing Drunk, also known as the Space Bastard Out of Time, also known as Daniel. Thanks for listening to this high-quality episode of Cinekuest Video. Speaking of high quality, we have a ton of great merchandise available on Teespring, and the fact is, you already love us, so why not support us that way? And if you can't, please like and share our episodes on Facebook, Twitter, whatever social media you rock with, and go ahead and feel free to rate us as well. It really helps, and we appreciate your support. Thanks for listening, and enjoy the rest of the episode.
Welcome to Cinekuest Video.
You the manager.
You know it.
Give me a job! I'm a high school graduate just trying to make his way in this topsy-turvy world. My life, it sucks. And my one true love?
I'll stay true to you. It'll never change me. I promise.
Is a left-wing lipstick lesbo liberal. Ah, Wendy!
Arbie?
You said you'd never change, but here you are, you're just bumping tacos.
You're hired.
What do I do?
You're the counter girl.
You fool! This restaurant is built on ancient Troma tribe, sacred Indian burial grounds. Get out while you still can. Get out! Save yourselves! Save yourselves!
I'll have the sloppy Jose value meal.
Good morning, Tromaville!
We will never rest while big business tramples over the rich history and culture of the Native Americans while simultaneously slaughtering countless innocent chickens.
Hey, General, what are these tiny little bumps all over my chicken?
Those are our new flavor pods.
Look at the atrocities American Chicken Bunker performs on the chickens that you serve to the ignorant masses.
We produce only high-quality, chicken-flavored foodstuffs.
And now, the most important part, the secret zest sauce.
Every leg, every thigh is fresh, tasty, and oh my God, my ass! The chickens come back from the dead!
They are very slowly approaching the entrance.
They'll break through faster than the 5 minutes it took me to turn Wendy into a full-blown lesbian.
Damn it! We need action before they turn the glass into lesbians.
The chicken has declared jihad on us all.
Okay, welcome to Cinekuest Video. This is going to be our Thanksgiving special. And in honor of Thanksgiving, we're watching a movie about chickens. Obviously, it's not a turkey-based movie, but, you know, poultry is poultry in any way. So we are watching Poultrygeist, a Troma entertainment classic. I think this is my first time watching the movie.
Oh, no shit. You hadn't seen it before?
I had not seen it before.
Oh, I'm surprised, man, because I assume like you guys have both watched it, and I was the odd man out. So
I never watched all of it. I saw.
No, I think I had seen Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
and that is another movie entirely.
Oh yeah, and
that is actually more in the vein of Thanksgiving because it's called Thanksgiving, obviously.
I think that one I've seen a few times and through its entirety.
That one I've never even heard of that movie.
Yeah,
but
that one's available on Prime.
Maybe this year. All right, so next Wednesday, you guys want to do Thanksgiving?
We'll see.
I mean, I'm down. And Thanksgiving is one of my favorite holidays, so we should do 2. Like,
sure,
it's the perfect holiday.
And why would you say that?
Why? Because all the badass food,
delicious,
but you don't have the guilt of trying to buy your grandma some bullshit, or whatever.
Delicious leftovers.
I assume you're referring to Christmas.
Yes, it's not like Christmas. It's not like birthdays. But you get even better food than birthdays because everyone goes all out on fucking Thanksgiving.
What's that fucking that shit no one ever eats? Is it jellied beets or what the hell?
Cranberry
sauce. Thank you.
Jellied beets.
I just remember that they're gross looking and their flavor is horrible. Beets? Oh, I mean, I had pickled beets the last time we did the fat food Thanksgiving, and those are pretty fucking tasty, actually.
Oh yeah, that's right. I didn't remember that, but you're right. Speaking of Thanksgiving, which is coming up in a few days, y'all have any like preference for ever? What is your like tradition on Thanksgiving? What would you normally do? Assuming that this
pretty much all the
situation wasn't happening in 2020.
All the standard stuff, but I think the part of it that I like the most is probably the
football.
Yes. Yes, the football. So fun, great. Watching who plays some motherfucker. Anyways, asshole. I like the smoked ham for the most part. I think is my favorite.
You really are a ham guy, aren't you? Like
I said ham, not spam, bitch.
No, I didn't say spam. I said ham. But you mentioned ham like a lot. Like anytime you're going to eat something, I've heard you mention ham. I've never in my life either living on my own or at my parents' house.
But not the spiral ham. Not the spiral ham. That's basic bitch shit. We don't really...
you
don't mess with it?
Fuck with ham.
Ah, man. It's the best.
Like my family would fuck with ham, but like for Easter. But for... Turkey Day, fucking turkey, Thanksgiving, and Christmas.
I've still never tried a fried turkey, which I've always.
Yeah, actually, on the subject of fried turkeys, that's like my favorite way for turkeys to be prepared. My dad got into it 10, 15 years ago. Just, some other coaches in the region were like, oh, this is the best way to do turkeys. So they used to host events. It was at this one guy's house, and then it became our house. But you have like 5 dudes show up and they had different like times that their families would eat. So it's like, okay, we'll do Coach so-and-so's turkey first because they eat at like 11 or whatever. But what resulted from that, or what made that up, was just a bunch of fucking professional like alcoholics showing up and drinking a bunch of beer and bullshitting with some shop talk, which you had to look past. But otherwise it was just like, hey, we're sitting here drinking beer. It's pretty cool. And as the years went on, people retired, moved or whatever. So, but my dad kept deep frying. So it'd just be like our family doing it. And before I moved away, we would just sit there for like 2.5 hours, just like drinking a shitload of beer and talking. And yeah, so I want to say it's like closer to 10 years ago, because like, I was like 25 or so when it like finally like beer helping smooth social relations, where I was like, oh, my dad's pretty cool, and I think he thought I wasn't such an asshole either. So beer and turkey bring people together, and it's not hard. Like mostly just
mashed potatoes, gravy, stuffing.
No, like just doing deep fried turkey. Like just get the peanut oil and like
and
then dump the turkey in, and
how long does it take to flash fry?
Injections and shit, like
it's like a minute.
There was like a rosemary and garlic blend, I think, that my parents did one year for the turkey.
Arbie.
And holy shit, because you're fucking syringing the fucking turkey in different bits of it, and so you just get all that tasty ass flavor on top of the fucking turkey, which is incredibly moist because of the oil you drop it in.
Yeah.
So maybe not the most healthy way to have turkey, but I think it's the tastiest way to have turkey.
Yeah, because I mean, I've always had some problems with turkey that way. It's pretty bland by itself.
Have you guys ever brine turkey?
Yeah.
I have no idea what that is.
So like that's just putting it in salt water overnight.
Oh, no, I've never-
You
I've never
soak
done
it in
that.
there, and it sort of tenderizes, and I think sort of what flavor if salt's the turkey, and then you just take it out and wash it the next day, and then that's when you
Yeah,
actually
you like
cook
rinse it off and then dump it in the oven.
Right.
The way that my ex and I did it was on a roaster. Actually, it was the first time I brined it. So, and we had the timing fucked up as far as like how long it should set or whatever.
Oh yeah,
But that turkey came out fucking amazing.
Yeah,
regardless,
makes a
And
huge.
It took like 45 minutes in the roaster to get the bird done, and so considering like usually oven, it's like okay, let's put the turkey in at 3:15 in the morning so it's ready by noon, you know. And it's dry as fuck. Like
Yep. It's what the gravy's
so
for.
deep frying and brining. So this episode probably won't come out in time for you guys to make those important decisions in your life, but next year, brining or deep frying.
Or for any of you that just feel like eating a fucking turkey
just
whenever
doing
the
a
hell
turkey
you
on the
want,
side, yeah.
you know, like do it.
Yeah, because like
it's great.
turkey is awesome because like outside of like Thanksgiving and Christmas, like it's cheap as fuck.
It's cheap. It's
like,
tasty. Like there's lots of it. I actually really love turkey meat, but with you know as a part of the dish. For some reason.
how do you feel about like turkey sandwiches? And
those
shit,
are great.
Like,
yeah, they're fucking great. I usually get a lot of like ground turkey actually, and I'll use that to cook with.
That's all I cook with.
Yeah. I like it. It's cheap and it's actually pretty fucking healthy, and you can season the shit out of it. Yeah, I mean,
yeah, but I've used like ground turkey for fucking like spaghetti and shit.
oh
Just,
yeah, oh man, spaghetti is fucking great.
It's kind of bland, but just throw on some Italian seasoning because I will bolster my fucking just like canned sauces with like chopped up like onion.
I
Tomato,
like using it as an alternative
mushrooms.
to pork. Yeah, that sounds fucking great. I've made turkey patties
pork
before.
With, spaghetti. I'm not sure how that would really like be like.
Oh, it's great. I mean, not any different from using any
like,
other beef.
Do you like use ground pork for it or like?
Yeah.
Cool.
That works in the same way. Or you can make meatballs if you want to do that. Also, always tasty. Yeah.
I don't know. I think when it comes to like meatballs and spaghetti, like if you have like the like proper meatballs, like you end up focusing on those rather than having like the meat as a part of the like overall entree.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is.
Because you're gonna like fork one, just like pop it in, go nom nom nom.
Right.
But then you
Yeah.
think about, like meat per
it kind of does become the main.
Blows it.
It kind of does become the main component, with the
Ray, how
everything
do you feel
else
about
secondary.
This?
I've never cooked the turkey. I am always just the person that goes over to someone's house and consumes.
Well, we're talking about spaghetti right now. So
Yeah.
meatballs versus like ground up meat in the sauce.
Either or is fine by me. I like meatballs that are mixed Italian sausage and regular ground beef, or some kind of
fancy.
Have you guys tried those?
And fresh basil too.
Have you tried the IKEA frozen meatballs or whatever the fuck that they sell? I always hear that's like a big thing.
IKEA had.
No, they do. They have a food court like Sam's.
No,
Like Sam's Club.
Yes, I hear those are pretty good. But I didn't know they sold like food.
Yeah,
from
so
them.
like
apart
it's
from, like just like
yeah,
a sandwich.
I know
here
it's
for
absolutely weird.
as you buy our.
It's the weirdest thing. Like
shit.
I only went to an IKEA I think like for the first time like last year, and I always thought like why the fuck do people give
like
them?
one of the most like crazy experiences of your life? Like,
It's like walking
I've been
into
to
a-
like a IKEA once, and it's fucking wild. Like they
Yeah, it's weird.
navigate your passage and shit. And
But it feels
so
like
I
you're
saw this
walking
one-
through a museum, but it's a fucking like
this is how people lived.
yeah,
now.
exactly. Like it's some kind of like weird Home Depot / Lowe's / Bed Bath and Beyond warehouse or something, and they've got
I'll
a
say
fucking
this,
food court.
I've unfortunately put a lot of IKEA like furniture together, and it's a pain in the ass, but the shit does hold up if you don't fuck up. Like,
I mean,
and actually,
it was interesting.
one of the bookshelves that I still have here in my bedroom.
Yeah.
One of the like little wood dowels like sheared during construction. So my solution was duct tape. So I've got this like weird corner of the fucking bookshelf that's duct taped over, but you know what? It's holding like 8 zillion books and action figures and stuff. It's fine.
Nice. So they've got a food court there, and I was there with my brother's buddies.
You've never cooked a turkey yourself?
That shit.
No, I haven't. No. Never.
Like, so does like your mom handle that, or like
no?
Do you guys have a family thing, or like
my aunt has get-togethers normally, and she's the one that cooks the turkeys. But normally, if we're gonna do anything at our house on Thanksgiving, which never happens, I just don't even bother with the turkey.
So it's just always just like the aunt gatherings for turkey cooking.
No, I don't even do meatloaf. I'll just fucking get pizza because fuck it.
No, word. Like
turkey pizza?
Like, right the fuck on.
Oh, no, man.
Speaking of pizza, so I had Domino's the other night. I didn't realize you can get their like Philly steak meat on anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I did that with mushrooms. Well, the girlfriend did. Like, we were just ordering shit while we were playing Magic, and I didn't realize that was even a fucking option for like meats, because like when I worked for Domino's, we did have the Philly steak pizza for a little while, but we didn't have that like Philly steak beef available otherwise. So just getting on a pizza, it was quite satisfactory.
Nice. I have not tried that, but maybe that's an option. The Philly cheesesteak over there is pretty good. It's not too bad, but I think it's a little bit overpriced.
How do you prefer those? Do you just use them plain? Was it like peppers, the cheesesteak, and the beef and the cheese? And that's
are you asking about the way they prepare it?
No, like how do you like them?
Oh, just
like
the fucking Philly
meat and cheese, and that's it. Because I never cared for them because I just don't understand. Like they've never had a flavor to me. It's always just bland as fuck.
Well, it depends on where you're getting it from. Obviously, I mean,
they use like extra Velveeta or some shit on there.
I have had.
I've never understood.
I'm not gonna say it's the best one, but I did have like a proper Philly cheesesteak experience because when I was like 10 or 11, one of my uncles got hitched in New Jersey. So my parents decided like, hey, we'll just do it like a little family vacation shit. So that's why I got to see like part of the Smithsonian and the Vietnam War Memorial and shit like that. And it's really cool. But we also like popped down to Philadelphia, saw the grave of like Ben Franklin, which was kind of dope. But then we went to like a random ass like Philly cheesesteak spot.
Yeah.
And it was just really cool to see them prepared. Like I've always liked food construction. I don't watch cooking shows, but like where I'm like Subway, I'm just like, what are you doing? You know? But I think that maybe you've been fucked on Philly cheesesteak because like they are flavorful. Like the beef itself isn't very flavorful, but like you get enough from like the peppers and the cheese and then the bread to like make up for it, I think. So it's like everything else except for like the steak itself makes it for me.
Maybe I should,
because the cheese makes the bread all delicious.
Give it another
cheese
shot.
On vegetables is a winner.
So what did you actually say what your sort of favorite turkey dish or Thanksgiving dish
I've only
was
talked
there?
about like turkey preferences, and my definite preference would be like deep fried. Apart from that, as long as like scalloped potatoes are involved, I'm fucking happy. And rolls.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Like, if it's just those three elements, I'm fucking happier than you wouldn't believe, man.
What about stuffing?
Stuffing's always pretty good.
I've never really cared. Like my folks never really did stuffing, and I don't really care for it myself. I like my ex did like put it in like every like Thanksgiving we did together. Like she would throw it in, and I'd have like a little like cluster of it just for like.
I think.
Well, it's there, and like let me give it another go, and it's like a dry kind of mushy mess, and
I see.
I'm not for it.
Needs gravy, yeah.
Make it more mushy.
That's right. Fix that.
Make it tasty at least with all the salt and turkey flavor.
I mean, honestly, the stovetop instant stuff is probably it's cheap. It's pretty good.
That's all we ever did. Yeah. And like it's good enough, but like I just don't really care for stuffing.
You ever had anything like sort of out of the ordinary I remember one year I had bacon wrapped asparagus that was pretty fucking good.
Man, here it comes, bringing the fucking bacon
Yeah.
asparagus back again.
Yeah,
It was.
You're bringing it back, Roland. But
Right.
Anyone can go back and listen to our Thanksgiving episodes and,
Right.
On our Fat Food for Fat People podcast.
and catch Roland bringing that up. Yeah.
You're gonna hear about this fucking bacon wrapped asparagus.
This sounds suspiciously like jealousy there, Ray. But go ahead. What? No.
No. I'm just.
I will say
it's not the
though,
first time you brought it up.
I don't remember that.
One
shit.
thing that I missed that I think will never be replicated because of my mom's like health shit now are the rolls she used to make for like any of the major holidays or just for a meal that deserved rolls. She had like a bread maker and stuff, and she would fuck with that for hours. And holy shit, those rolls, man! And they made the best like leftover turkey sandwich breads in the world, man. Just
like sliders.
And yeah, pretty much sliders, man. And it's just tragic because I will probably never be able to have them again. Because I feel too guilty going to my mom.
It can't be fucking ass to piss around with a bread maker. Jesus. I mean,
well, no, just
cool
because
toys, but
like my mom, like she will lament over the fact that like she and I would always run out, like go to, like Target run or whatever. And then afterwards, like, oh, we can have a snack. Let's go out to McDonald's and have like a double cheeseburger or something.
Yeah.
And my mom can't have that shit anymore.
Oh, okay.
But she'll still bring it up. She's like, oh, I just miss being able to do that. And so asking my mother to do rolls in the fashion she used to make, because they are just phenomenal, would be criminal of me.
Mm-hmm. Now,
because that's like telling the 20-year-old Alki, like, let's have a toast to your retirement. Here's some gin, you know.
Now, any of you guys think that the movie that we just currently watched is appropriate for a Thanksgiving get-together?
I mean, depends on the family.
Depends on who you're with, obviously, right?
My family, probably some of them might.
Well, I mean, what would the reaction be if you were to like put this on and just have it playing in the background? No one would pay attention until like certain scenes or something. What would their reaction be?
Turn this shit off, probably.
Yeah,
my dad.
Probably, yeah. I'm pretty sure my brother would get annoyed. One of my sisters might laugh, and the other one might be like, "This is gross. I can't watch this. Oh my god!"
My mom wouldn't care
She'd
for
never
like
shut up.
22% of the blood, much less all of the blood in this movie. Like,
what about the fact that there's a lot of titties just flopping around in this movie?
That probably wouldn't bother him so much, but all the gore definitely would probably.
You know, when I saw this earlier, I did have a bit of a little knot in my throat whenever they were just like munching on the chicken heads and like eating all the body parts and shit. Because again, since I've seen the making of this movie, I kind of get the gist of what it probably smelled like in there.
Because they were real chicken heads. And
well, see, I don't recall from the making if they were real. Like some of the parts were actually real, but the fact that it was hot, there was no air conditioning.
Right.
They were all sweaty.
Well, I mean,
everybody stunk, and then all the moisture, like it just sounds and ideally just feels gross.
Right. So I mean, like I'd expect it to be like hot as a swampy asshole or whatever in the main area, because they filmed it in an abandoned McDonald's, right? Like for some reason or another, Lloyd Kaufman always finds these fucking abandoned ass places.
It was an abandoned McDonald's in like a not great part of town.
Yeah, and the basement scenes.
We should have filmed here.
Yeah.
And then the basement scenes were shot in a church.
In which the whole crew and
they also
staff
stayed
like
there.
lived in.
Yeah. Apparently
they all like slept on the floor, random ass places.
Did they get baloney like the Evil Dead dudes?
You know what? Actually, I from my recollection of the documentary,
Vienna sausages,
is that there's points in time where the crew and the staff, the crew and the cast were kind of fed up because it's hot. It was just long days, and that people were like even like fainting, like people were just feeling ill. And he basically just bought them food to kind of like, and he wasn't paying anybody.
What if the chicken pieces in the fucking movie were the result from like what Lloyd Kaufman fed his actors? It was only chicken that they had to eat for like 3 weeks.
One part they couldn't eat.
Or maybe the shit scenes were actual just shit. That way they could save money.
Yeah.
And he fed them really shitty food. So
alcohol
they could
and chicken only.
They could just collect the shit and then just use that later on. Oh God, it just
saves money.
It does save money. It saves lots of money.
Sounds like.
But how much of a health hazard is that?
Not
Sounds like
plumbing bills.
Kaufman special number 9. Yeah, he didn't pay anybody, right? Like this whole thing went in with no budget. I think they spent like $500,000 or something.
Yeah, it was $500,000.
And had something like 300 unpaid volunteers. Probably a little more than that. I think I'm.
I think
all the protesters and
they reached out to fans of Troma. Hey, you want to be in a Troma movie?
Yeah,
come up here. Like
Craigslist ads.
Basically, they don't have to pay for room and board. They're going to be in the movie for free, so they're not going to get paid.
So we should aspire
to star in a fucking Troma film,
in a fucking Troma movie,
in a Troma movie.
We got this, guys. Yeah.
So. When did this movie come out? Was it 2006?
2006, yeah.
Yeah.
This movie made no money. I think it made like $22,000 when it came out. That seems. I don't think there's been movies since like Toxic Avenger or practically anything other than that movie that probably made them some money.
Clearly, like Lloyd Kaufman just doesn't care. He just wants to make movies. Like
he just wants to make movies. Exactly.
Well, yeah. He doesn't have like a profit motive. It
seems more like a break-even kind of guy.
If that.
Well, he broke under in this fucking movie.
Well, yeah, ish.
Well, I imagine like he thrives a bit more in like DVD sales.
Yeah, after. So they become.
I'm pretty sure he was like a rental
and
king.
Probably like all the appearances. Like I wonder how much like Bo Job or was it? What fuck is that? Joe Bob, that fucking dude you guys watch on. Mm-hmm. I wonder how much he paid Kaufman to pop on. Then, like, who knows what conferences he goes to on the side, you know.
That's true. Most definitely.
Director, like, startup directors' workshops. Like, who knows what the fuck he does on the side, man.
Yeah. Well, he does attend a lot of conventions.
But for this movie, he was definitely writing checks out of his personal bank account to his fucking extras and shit. Just like, well, whoops. This was a whiff.
So, Roland, you want to give a quick synopsis of this movie?
Do it.
Yeah.
And your little sandals there, your little fucking hippie.
What were they? What did he call them in the movie? And they were like, they're sandals.
Talibans or something?
Temas.
Yeah,
Temas, something like that.
They're sandals.
Yeah. Zombified chickens attempt to kill the fast food workers that cook them in a restaurant built on an ancient burial ground. So that's shorthand for fucking demon possessed or what is it? Chicken demon possessed people or zombies, right?
Well, it's supposed to be Native Americans.
Right. The spirit of Native Americans.
Angry Native Americans.
/ chicken demons.
Yeah.
Zombies.
Right. Because, I mean, people. There's the fact that it's built on an ancient Indian burial ground.
Right.
And the fact that they've mutilated chickens.
On a Tromahawk, which was like on some of the signs.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It's a fried chicken franchise.
And for those of you unaware of Troma Entertainment, this is also in the Tromaverse.
Right.
It takes place in Tromaville. There's a lot of references to other movies. We have posters of Romeo and Juliet up on the wall in one of the scenes.
Character with a shirt invoking the Toxic Avenger.
Right. Let's see. There's just a bunch of.
In fact, one of the protest signs was
what would Troma do?
Yeah. What would
Toxie do?
Toxie
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I would like to reference those protest signs in a bit. But as far as like the actors and whoever starred in this movie, I don't really know anyone.
Nobody.
Ron Jeremy.
Oh yeah,
cameo.
Yeah, Ron Jeremy did pop
as
in for
Crazy
a sec,
Ron. Yeah. He's supposed to be a parody of Crazy Ralph from Friday the 13th. everybody in this fucking movie has some cheese ball. Like their names are after other food franchises. The main guy's name is Arbie.
Of course, for Arby's.
His girly girl is Wendy. Let's see.
Is Arby's bisexual ex-girlfriend reluctantly participating in a protest
Paco
against
Bell.
the ACB?
Yeah.
Apparently, Micki is supposed to be short for McDonald's, so that is. I'm pretty sure they probably couldn't
General
say
Leroy.
McDonald's or McDowell's from Coming to America.
That's right.
Yeah.
General Leroy is supposed to be
Colonel Sanders. Yeah.
Denny,
the
after
manager.
Denny's.
Yeah. Well, there's Hummus, which that one's a bit more.
Which is funny because
on the
I
heavy
was
note,
waiting
a bit
for
on
a
the heavy
Hamas joke to come out.
Yeah. Well, they didn't they say that when they called her Hamas, and she's like, no,
Hamas, yeah,
it's
but
hummus.
It wasn't spelled properly in the subtitles.
Yeah.
So I was wondering if like that was maybe the one like Hamas
I think it
joke in there.
That one's
but
so this movie is pretty heavy on the racist slapstick. So if you're going in there, this is not for the faint of heart or the easily offended. This movie,
because you'll get offended like in the first 5 minutes. Of this movie.
It uses pretty much most of the ones in the book, and I think they make up a few. They're pretty amusing. But yeah, so there's also Carl Jr., Paco Bell. There's
Old Arbie, which is Lloyd Kaufman, who comes out in this movie.
There's another guy whose name is Jared.
And again, for those of you who don't know, Jared, they're referencing the
pedophile,
the convicted pedophile
spokesman
from Subway.
From Subway.
I'm sorry,
Jared.
spokesperson. So PC principal doesn't come punch my face in.
And apparently there's somebody in there named Red Lobster. No, that can't be right.
It says Ruth Phelps is Red Lobster. I don't remember that one at all.
But sure. Wikipedia wouldn't lie to us, would they?
Never.
Anyway.
Never.
So yeah. There's
Hey Roland.
Hey.
You should shave your legs and send me a picture, right?
Never.
For just like that.
Never. What's wrong with you?
You prude.
Exactly. Sorry. I'm proud of my my leg bush. I need it. All right. Keeps me warm at night. Anyways.
We mentioned earlier about the opening scene, or I did anyways. And the opening scene basically opens up with the two, Arbie and Wendy's, dry humping in a cemetery.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and she tells him, "You're the best dry humper in all of school," or whatever. And he's like, "Who else you been dry humping?"
Yeah, eventually they're actually gonna have sex, and the hands of the buried Native American chicken hands of the Native Americans.
Were they chicken hands?
Are they Native American chicken hands? Is that what it was?
I know they're probably the spirits of the Native Americans or something.
Basically, they're feeling up these folks, and one of them sticks a finger up Arbie's ass.
Yeah, it snaps
which
it
he
off.
actually enjoys.
Yeah, he pinches it off, and it stays up there, and he thinks Wendy stuck a butt plug or something like that up his ass.
Right, which he's all about.
Yeah,
yeah,
he keeps it.
It recurs.
Yeah,
folks, it recurs.
Yeah, he actually carries the cut off finger, which he doesn't even realize that it's a finger.
No,
he still thinks it's a butt plug the whole time, and he actually sticks it up his ass himself at some point.
Later on,
yeah, he's got a jerk off scene.
Yeah,
right.
He sniffs it.
Like, oh, Wendy.
Yeah, he's reminiscing.
Always smelling it and shit.
Yeah. And in this scene, there's a gentleman who comes out creepily with his dick in his hand.
Well, like he's got an axe.
First he had an axe in his hand.
He's got a crazy look in his eye. It's the killer. And then no, he's jerking off.
He's got something in his hands. An axe. His other hand as he's fucking, pounding his meat.
So they run away, and then he ends up, he picks up Wendy's panties, gives him a sniff, gags, and then picks up Arbie's and tries to finish.
Reads the tag like, "Oh, Arbie," and starts jerking it to.
And then that's when the
shit-stained underwear.
The spirit of the Native American zombie hand or whatever reaches up into his asshole and out his mouth and yanks those chonies right back down.
Yeah,
actually a pretty epic opening scene.
Yeah. I mean, the full name of the movie is what was it again? Poultrygeist Night of the Chicken Dead.
Right.
And the poster, if no one has seen it, is pretty fucking cool, crazy looking. Like it's a skull with like a demon chicken exploding out of it, kind of thing. It's pretty good stuff.
Again, regarding this opening scene,
I really like that poster.
There was a point where Arbie is talking to Wendy and kind of getting upset with her that she's going to go away to college and basically leave him behind.
Right.
And he mentions that he's never going to go to college or something like that because his mom's like a retard.
Yeah.
And his dad is blind and shit.
He needs to take care of him.
And he's never going to be smart or something like that. I don't know the way he delivered that line, like
those are his lines.
A pretty gut busting laugh on my part.
We're not calling them retarded. Like that's what he says. This movie again, like they don't pull any. They don't use any soft words.
Well, Roland, if we have any of our previous listeners, like they know these Troma movies are fucked up.
Yep. But just in case of those out there, again, as far as all the Troma movies we've seen so far. This one's, I think it's pretty high up there as far as like, the shock factor, the fucking gags, the horror, like it's
the nudity,
right? Well, I mean, I kind of expect that, but yeah, there is a room full of tits on several occasions. I think.
There's a room. I mean, and then I could probably count like how many scenes there are with tits in them.
Yeah.
At some point, I mean, at some point, there's a musical where there's just tits everywhere.
Right.
There's a scene where Arbie is daydreaming that. Wendy and her bisexual lover are fucking in the restaurant, and then he like joins them. And then he ends up just fucking dry humping
he snaps out
register
of it or whatever. What's really happening is he's dry humping the register. Yeah, in front of everyone.
Yeah, I just feel really bad about the chickens.
Yes, the chickens. So
what is when Arbie goes to the opening or he sees the protest going on outside of the restaurant, what is the chant that they are proclaiming? It's a long ass fucking protest chant.
Hey, what happened to the ancient Troma tribe's sacred Indian burial ground that used to be here?
They bulldozed it and replaced it with another one of those fast food restaurants. What do we want? For the evil that will worshiping men and women to cease the destruction of our beloved country and the replacing of our purple mountain majesties with corporate cookie-cutter retail spots. When do we want it? Now!
Or at least within the next 3 years through derivative minority class action shareholder lawsuits according to Section 16B of the Securities and Exchange Act of 1932. So our contingency plaintiff lawyers can give us multi-million-dollar settlements.
sure,
because that shit was fucking legit.
Yeah, I mean, Lloyd Kaufman got an entire fucking group of people to just belt out like 3 or 4 sentences in unison. It's usually
right. So this movie is just filled with a lot of course, grotesque Troma entertainment.
Yep.
And doesn't hold back on the gore and the practical effects.
Yeah.
Which I assume that's where most of the money went. Because
I mean, like,
there was so much. This movie is just all practical effects.
Yeah.
There's not a CGI.
There's so much
chicken
gore.
or eye gouging out in sight.
Yeah.
It almost and Daniel commented earlier while we were watching the movie that looks like real shit.
Butthole
the
stretching.
shit looks real in this movie.
I can't remember what the fuck scene it was now because I was just reflecting on that. It
was when Jared was taking a. It was after that when they actually were cleaning, right?
When the colonel was, he shit out that egg.
Oh yeah,
and it hatches.
It's in the toilet,
and the demon,
shit
is demon raptor.
At some point, I was just like, man, the shit looked awesome, but at some point, I mentioned how the practical effects are just awesome in this fucking movie, and folks, it's 2006.
It's fucking
there's
ridiculous.
no CGI whatsoever. It's all fucking just puppeteers and fucking just people dicking around with insane ideas.
And it seems like gallons of blood and gallons of green goo.
Mm-hmm.
Which is unexplained, but
yeah, I think they just wanted a different color because too much red
might
seem a bit boring. So you throw in some green in there and that's the color of the blood of the possessed chickens.
I mean,
chicken demons, Native American chicken demons.
It's hard to get through all that. It's very fucking confusing, but they're in there. So yeah, I mean the main premise is what is it? Arbie and Wendy both go to college, and then Arbie attends a protest outside this.
Arbie does not go to college.
He does not.
Oh no, he doesn't. Excuse me. Wendy goes. Arbie stays back because, well, like that's another thing to get used to through this whole movie. Arbie's a fucking moron. He is
an idiot.
Oh, he's so dumb. But yeah, he meets Wendy again at the protest, and finds out that she left him for the lesbionic what's her name?
It's
Micki.
Clam.
Right, yeah, Clam.
College lesbians
against
mega corporations,
mega conglomerations.
Right. So, and
it's just like fuck.
So Arbie gets pissed off that Wendy's like that because he calls it pretty early on, like their relationship is shallow and bullshit. And they find out later like how fickle Micki is, I guess, for lack of a better way to describe it. And so
Mickey D's,
to spite him, he goes and gets a job at the very fast food place that they're protesting.
When you said
against.
Mickey, you're referring to the girl that she's with, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we do find out the fact that she's in on the whole gag.
Yeah.
That's why she is fickle,
because
she's just there for the money, which we find out that's pretty much her main
that's all she cares
motivation.
about. That's all she cares about. But I mean, she jokes about how stupid Wendy herself is. What did she say? Like at one point they're standing at the door of the.
I was just about to bring that up, Roland.
Yeah.
She says they'll be here in 5 minutes.
Right. She's talking about the army of chicken demons.
Turn Wendy into a full-blown lesbian or something like that.
Yeah. So there's an army of chicken demons outside, zombie chicken demons coming at them, and they're freaking out because they're like, "What do we do? What do we do?" And Mickey's like, "Damn, they're gonna get here in like under the faster than the 5 minutes." Yeah. After what Daniel said, faster than the 5 minutes it took to make Wendy into a lesbian. And like Wendy's stink face in that scene was pretty fucking funny, I thought, because she's just as dumb.
But let's dial it back a bit. So at the protest, because basically you have people protesting a KFC opening.
Right? Yeah. What was it
It's
called?
basically what it is.
Fried chicken bunker or something like that.
American Chicken Bunker, ACB.
There we go. Yeah. Where does and I'm having a little difficulty remembering this, but where does the supernatural? When does the supernatural element get introduced into this? It's like these sort of demon eggs that they have there in the
and Denny was like, "What's going on with these?" Weird eggs with veiny eggs or something like that. Like he had some fucking like really accurate description.
So they just find them there.
Brought it up, he was just like, "Take these weird eggs that are pulsating or weird pulsating eggs with veins on them,
right? And put them with the breakfast stuff."
Yeah, put them with the breakfast stuff. Yeah,
yeah. So like they just find them, they don't find them, but they're there with the other food, and they get put into the rest of the food, and as people eat this shit, they get turned into it kills them, and they get turned into the Indian chicken demons, Native American chicken demons. Excuse me, because there's an actual Indian girl in here, and she's
not Indian, dude. She's Muslim.
Anyway, so
because they make a joke where
oh, that's right,
Paco Bell's jerking off into the fucking fryer,
right? Yeah,
and he's like, "Come on, dude! Like, isn't Mecca the other way?"
Yeah. Because she's facing him or whatever, and
as she's praying. Yeah.
As she's praying,
and she prays multiple times throughout this movie.
Yep.
Regardless of all the nonsense that's going on around her, she seems to find a time to do that.
Right. She does so like her character's mostly pretty funny, not too racist, but
Well, I mean, she's not the racist one. They make more racist jokes towards her.
Yeah, it's mostly a stereotype.
I mean, we have Paco Bell, and there's a few times where he gets referenced in a pretty derogatory way.
Oh,
because of his sexuality.
At the end, like towards the end of the movie, he is called the Homo Mexican.
Don't they call him like
hilarious?
Don't they call him like an illegal or something like that?
No, just like a dirty Mexican.
I know they threw an ill something in there for some reason.
No, they threw a thing about like hiring people like without green cards.
Yeah.
That was very, very quick. But yeah, so they mentioned the fact that his ethnicity, his sexuality,
right,
and basically he's illiterate too. Apparently,
yeah,
I mentioned that as well.
Well, I mean, what does Paco Bell say about himself? He's Che Guevara, Martin Sheen, and Janine Garofalo rolled into one.
Yeah, he's like the perfect activist.
Sexy burrito or something like that.
Yeah.
He's like, and it's time for the zesty spicy sauce or something like that. And he starts jerking off into the food. So once the demon chicken eggs are either eaten or they hatch themselves, they go, well, just fucking go around either possessing other people or killing other people, right? How does it work exactly?
Well, I mean, they're pretty much just killing the people around them in the restaurant. So, I mean, if they get possessed, Carl Jr. gets turned.
Right, so one of them that hatches is it's just a dead piece of chicken or whatever that moves on its own.
We have the character of Jared who actually eats one of these eggs.
Right.
And then he shits himself out.
Right. He's the only one that gets away.
I love how they shot this so they go like show his like asshole. Then it's like
censored bars.
It says censored bars on it. Like
he falls over
hilarious.
and just like a shit geyser shoots out of his ass and splatters.
Yeah,
the
like
wall.
as he runs out, his internal self, he's like, "I'm skinny," and he just runs away.
Yeah, he's the only one that like isn't affected. Oddly, I think, and throughout everyone else that eats it or gets mauled or whatever by the chicken.
Well, yeah. Well, if a chicken either bites you or
right, it's like a werewolf.
You're gonna turn, or a vampire or a zombie.
Right, yeah.
Basically.
I guess they're all the same. That's true.
We had Carl Jr. who tries to fuck a chicken,
zombie
and then
demon were chicken.
The chicken bites his dick.
Yeah.
Then he gets sodomized with a
broomstick.
A broomstick
Broom
from
handle.
Right.
Mop handle actually.
Hummus.
From Hummus.
Some mop stuck up his ass. Yeah,
that's right.
Which pretty much goes straight through his asshole.
Sticks it up his ass
through his fucking dick.
Right.
And actually, the tip of his dick is at the very end of the mop broom.
Yeah.
The little skin head.
Carl seems proud by the end of that when he sees it. He's like, "Look at my size. Look at the size of my."
Yeah, and Arbie attempts to. Well, he suggests getting him to a doctor, but the general doesn't want to because
General
of course
Leroy,
the publicity outside.
Press.
Yeah, all the hippies and the news
and
media.
then he mentions the fact that he doesn't want a Jew to be the one that assists him at the hospital. So he's like, okay,
like,
right.
Carl's not a Jew doctor.
Yeah, Carl says, no.
Oh, so I mean, the Carl Jr. character, if we didn't make it absolutely clear in the movie, he is he's for bestiality because he likes
was
fucking
in
animals.
the debate team. That's how in high school with Arbie.
No, it was the other guy. No. Carl dropped out of Harvard Law to go work for ACB.
No, but he mentioned that he knew Arbie in high school because they debated.
Right.
Wow.
And Arbie was like, I debated.
Guy.
What did he debate? Like
they debated bestiality.
Right.
Carl Jr. was for and Arbie was against it.
Yeah. And
basically we find out that he's legitimately for it because he tries to fuck the chicken carcass.
Yep. Well, he doesn't try it. He does.
He does.
He puts on a condom before because he's
a dirty condom.
Pulls it up from behind his ear. He's like, I want them to be safe.
Right. Exactly. He's and
then as he's fucking the chicken, it starts like biting down. He's like, I was gonna pull out.
Yeah.
It feels so good.
But it felt so
Yeah. So when he turns into a Native American zombie chicken
demon,
he's still walking around with that huge fucking broom stick
with his head attached to it,
with his
and
dick
not
head.
his human head.
Yeah, his dick
the
head.
one he usually thinks with. Yeah, his dick head. Yeah.
He gets it stuck in the wall or something like that, or
and he can't walk. And then he gets loose, he gets free, and then more shit ensues.
Right. That's when they figure out the weakness of.
Oh yeah,
the
it's Carl Jr. who
zombie chicken
reveals
demon
the way to kill him, but
natives.
Arbie is too stupid to realize.
Yep.
Yeah,
that
because
he's
fucking
basically
Carl Jr.'s
telling-
like, because Arbie's
Whiskey.
like, come on, I know there's still like a human soul inside of you. Let us know what needs to help. And he's like, whiskey. He's like, you fucking drunk.
Yeah. Fine. Here, have some. All right, Rummy. What's the secret? You know, or like he
As
tells
he
him,
boils alive,
he tells him alcohol, Arbie, and then he gives it to him, and then he turns into a skeleton. But he still doesn't figure it out until later because Arbie's an idiot, and I think at that point they go into the lobby, and it's everyone has been turned into a chicken demon.
Right. There's a massive scene where as they're walking through the restaurant, all the customers are either have turned into Native American
Chicken zombie
demons.
Chicken Native American zombie demons.
And they're actually eating the customers or ripping them apart.
Yeah.
And there's blood everywhere. There's just body parts being ripped apart. There's chicken demon women making out with each other, filling each other up.
One guy has like a demon chicken gender bender moment where he gets big tits.
Yeah, and then the chickens pop out of those tits.
Yeah, they burst because they're chicken eggs.
And then one of the other
little
chicken
demon things just
starts feeding
out the tits. It's great.
Bile and shit.
The one part I did like is when it seems like the chicken nuggets jumped on the guy's face and they just kind of like
they melted into his they burrowed into his skull. I actually thought you were going to talk about when Micki gets turned into a chicken demon and all of a sudden she gets like a giant
that's
veiny,
that's like a big nice little reveal there, but it felt reminiscent of Romeo and Juliet with the huge fucking cock that comes out of the guy's body.
Yeah. It certainly seemed like some wish fulfillment on her end there because she's how many times in the movie do they call Micki a man? Listen, little boy, or excuse me, mister.
About 4 or 5 times, maybe.
And she always takes it personal. She's very aggressive with her hair.
Well, it's funny because I think the general is the person that says it first.
Yeah, he's like, excuse me, mister, or step aside, sir.
Yeah, she gets pretty offended by that.
Yeah, until later on, like there's women. There's that one woman, what was she? The pregnant woman smoking cigarettes, looking for her daughter, who says,
Rebel Wilson. Yeah,
yeah, exactly. Her starring role, funniest she's ever been, if you ask me. But she, what is it? I can't remember, but yeah, she calls Micki the same thing. Just get out of my way, mister. And she takes it personal.
Yeah, well, that's when Micki puts on the chicken dress and she tries to go outside
tries to
and
escape.
Yeah, to escape. Yeah,
and
she tries to pull like this.
Don't attack one of their own.
Yeah, like this scenario, like even in Shaun of the Dead, whenever they try to like act like zombies and get past the zombies, she puts on the chicken suit to get past the Native American chicken demon zombies or whatever the fuck they're called.
Almost.
And she gets startled by the Native American that the token Native American who's just drunk as fuck.
Yep.
And I think she gets outed that way. She gets thrown back into the restaurant.
Yeah.
And then by that point she's dead already. Turned into a chicken demon. In which case Wendy still feels sorry for her even though she knows she's full of shit and all the protests were completely...
She's a shill.
Yeah.
And Micki actually the reveal is that she's actually possessed, and she tries to kill Wendy, but she reveals this chicken dick that pops out of her pants.
Yeah, it's like a 4-foot. It's ribbed fucking
four
turkey neck with a chicken face on the end of it.
It's about about a 2-footer. Let's think girth wise. Like how big is that?
Regardless, it probably would have felt amazing
with that beak and all. Come on.
Wendy was only pretending to be scared. She was
beak actually.
She was absolutely aroused.
The point of the beak is for easy penetration, man.
Right. She was She was absolutely into it. But for the sake of
okay, so if Wendy allowed herself to get fucked by the chicken dick, would have the chicken dick suffocated with the lack of oxygen, and then she could have like then defeated, you know.
Oh no, it would have turned her.
Mickey, you know,
she would have turned into like a demon chicken. Native
no,
American.
it's okay. Arbie took care of the fucking I'm gonna choke this chicken part.
Oh yeah, well he came in there and stopped it. But you're talking about if she got fucked, and I'm saying if she did, she probably would have turned into a chicken demon fleshlight or some shit.
Well, no, if she'd faked it. And been like, no, I'm too tired. Then like chicken heart, like,
oh no,
okay, I guess
I can't. I've got a headache.
Off on the wall,
right? Yeah, she just turns around, fine, just starts masturbating. Maybe. But yeah. So this movie is pretty fucking ridiculous. I mean, it's in a musical on top of all of this shit. It's really bad. Their singing is very fucking.
Yeah, I mean, you know that
the lyrics are funny.
They
as fuck.
made these songs like really quick. It almost seems like they made them up on the spot.
Maybe.
Yeah.
If they were that talented and they did that, that would have been pretty cool.
Maybe.
But I don't recall the actual technical way that they came up with all that stuff. I think Lloyd Kaufman wrote those songs, I believe.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, he is the director and one of the writers of this movie, so I mean, I'm pretty sure. And actors,
right?
Yes,
he's
multi-talented,
one of the stars.
gentleman.
Actually, I think of all the movies we've seen, this is the one where he has the most prominent and lasting role.
Okay, then I was incorrect. Like the musical numbers were composed by Dougie Banas. I don't know who the fuck that is.
Okay.
But that is the main composer of the music from and inspired by the motion picture Poultrygeist. Let's see here.
I mean, the rest are a bunch of clips taken from punk bands.
Yeah, so I just we can rattle off some of the titles of this of the track listing. So, like number 1 is Poultrygeist by Calamari Safari. That's a punk band, I imagine.
Well,
it's Calamari.
Wait, hold on. Is that like the alternative name to Newfound Glory?
Let me see.
Oh boy,
I think it is.
Yeah,
I think it is. Holy shit!
Hold on. It doesn't look like it's on here, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, for some reason or another, when you
mouse over the
link of Calamari Safari, it's a link to.
It takes you to Newfound Glory.
The Newfound Glory wiki page, which is weird.
Maybe it's a fucking joke, but.
Yeah, it could be because anyone can edit this.
Yeah.
Number 2 is You Fools. The restaurant is built on an ancient tomahawk. That's just him. Ron
Indian
Jeremy
burial ground. Dialogue. Yeah, it's just dialogue.
Clear,
He's just
Bumpin'
saying
Tacos,
shit.
which is what Arbie references the lesbians are doing in this movie.
Clear is Pot Shot. Yeah. And the other one's Jason Yachin.
Revenge is a
Yakinin.
dish best served fried, which has a lot of racial slurs in there as well.
Oh yeah.
Last words, sensitive, goddamn hunkies. That's by I guess one of the actors.
Mm-hmm.
Slow fast food love, which is one of Lloyd Kaufman's writing credits. Red Planet, eat my meat, you vegan whores. That is a quote from the actual Arbie character. Milk Lemonade. That's when Arbie is daydreaming about Micki and Wendy and himself in a menage a trois in the restaurant.
Yeah.
I've set sail. I don't know what that is. Long to live, waiting to die.
Another Lloyd Coffee.
Lone gay man's last words. I imagine that has to do with Paco Bell.
Yeah. Probably.
My ass. I assume that is Carl Jr.
Probably dialogue.
Oh no! I think my ass is probably Jared.
Maybe
it could be Jared too.
There were a few of those moments. There was a few of those moments.
Yeah. Green Eggs and Pam. I don't know what that is. Suicide. This isn't a terrorist thing. Zombie chickens from Tromaville. Ghost of Chicken Past. We need action. Drop the bucket. Dead as a doornail. Massacre. The chickens have declared jihad on us all.
Dialogue.
That is dialogue from Hummus. God damn. Yeah, so again, this is partially a musical. Actually, this movie is classified as has pretty much a comedy, horror, musical, sci-fi.
Sci-fi.
They decided to throw in the sci-fi element.
Comedy,
on this
horror,
movie.
musical about.
Well, I mean, like
up.
technically, it's science fiction, but loosely
based. Yeah. So, what like your favorite parts of this movie, Roland?
Oh hell. I mean,
I like the end.
Yeah, I made it to the end, so it was great. I don't know, like this movie is actually pretty much funny from the beginning to the end. Funny, cringy, cheesy, like just tons of horror everywhere.
A lot of bad acting, but
a lot of bad
humor.
acting.
So like
Very
it's just
fucking hilarious dialogue.
Yeah. You go into Troma knowing that you're not going to get the best quality actors, but you could.
Yeah.
You could though.
They're in there.
Speaking of Troma's War, that one guy.
The dialogue is just fucking fantastic, man.
Yeah, it is. No holds bar, no PC.
No, yeah.
If you're gonna get offended, this is one of the movies to do it in.
It's very. Yeah, the best of all that anti-cancel culture bullshit comedy or whatever. Yeah, if you have something you're going to be offended about, you'll probably find it in this movie somewhere. So, too bad for you. But my favorite, I mean, we pretty much talked about all of my favorite parts of the movies. When everything goes to hell and like everyone's getting torn apart. Denny gets his fucking head ripped off by Chicken Demonzilla. And then it comes back later and they kill him again.
He comes back as the black Cajun chicken.
Right, that's right. Yeah, what is it? He comes back.
The fucking chicken has an afro.
Yeah, and he says, what does he say? Paul boy,
gumbo.
Gumbo.
I just remember saying, he's like, God damn.
Yeah, yeah. And they're like, oh, it's black Cajun chicken or some shit like that.
You know what's funny is that he's still interacting with them. I think they say like, Denny's like, what?
Yeah, he gets pissed off.
Yeah, he was like the only like, apart from Lloyd Kaufman's little dude, they were the only like chicken zombies that could be like spoken to and
reasoned with. Yeah.
Unless you're, you know what, Carl Jr. also, because he
yeah,
pretty much talks about how to kill him.
When he appeals to the inner Carl Jr. Within the demon,
the inner Carl Jr. franchise.
Shit. Yeah, I don't think there's really any one part of this movie that I enjoyed or
didn't enjoy.
Didn't rather. Yeah. So it's really hard to say. And I think we pretty much covered them.
I'll say for myself that I can't say for sure what my favorite part is either, but I mean the practical effects are really cool. I do enjoy that really cheesy pulling the head off because that happened a lot. Just fucking ripping someone's fucking head off. Bodies almost imploding in on themselves.
People
eyes getting gouged out,
decapitated, disemboweled.
I'm always
dismembered.
I'm always amused by practical effect dick things. You know, like the fact that when she shoved the fucking broom up, Hummus shoved the broom up Carl Jr.'s
his dick like popped out.
Yeah, that I was like, that's fucking hilarious. I was again, when you don't think they're gonna do something, they kind of come through, and that happens because you won't see any of those kinds of effects in mainstream movies. You got to come to, if you want to like see like fucking out there.
Speaking of the effects, though,
practical
like,
effects.
I wonder what happened to the rest of Carl Jr.'s dick.
I thought it just kind of like
got chewed off,
like shredded, you know.
You know, but then like the little head and like part of the shaft was like attached to the end of the broom. So
that's
it's
true. I assume that it just got shredded.
Unless
and
that was his entire dick, which is funny.
Yeah,
but.
Yeah, it was probably like that tiny. Yeah. But yeah, the acting is just dumb. The musicals were I can take them or leave them like on in this movie.
I mean,
but I think the fact that of course Lloyd Kaufman doesn't hold back on his dialogue, and he just lets shit rip. And
he's got some of the best lines.
Oh yeah, like lines that I you can't repeat. I wouldn't repeat in someone's company, you know, because unless they get offended.
In polite company, yeah.
Right. Yes, in polite company.
And out of context, it's impossible.
Yeah, out of context, you would think that you're either racist or bigoted or homophobic or whatever.
Right, all of the above.
So yeah, that's probably where I stand on this movie. Again, first time watching it earlier today, and I wasn't even necessarily paying attention because I was doing something else because I knew I was going to watch it later. But just listening to it, I was fucking laughing in my room by myself because it was just so. It was just so fucking ridiculous and funny. So
it's very over the top, even for a Troma film,
right?
Which is
Daniel. How about yourself?
I think we pretty much covered with Roland's thing. Like we covered like the funny scenes for me.
Right.
I love the practical effects. I think they were super well done in this fucking movie.
Yeah.
And I love like comedy that's like leans towards like racist elements. So all the Hummus stuff was hilarious.
Irreverent humor.
Yes, irreverent humor. Yeah, just writ large. I love it. So any of the ethnic stuff, like, you know, when they're like yelling at Hummus, like, you 9/11 causing, you know, whatever. Like, it was just like, what the fuck, man? Just like, it was so fucking silly and funny as fuck.
Yeah.
But
speaking of like,
I was disappointed, Roland, though, because you told me about the Mr. Creosote scene, or you brought that up with that guy.
The wait.
And yeah.
Which scene?
Oh, with Jared.
Oh, yeah.
When he shit his brains out, like I was waiting for him to fucking explode from his, like, you know.
Oh yeah, because
I had actually
mentioned one of the Monty Python skits.
Yeah, he's like, "Here's Monty Python for you," and I was like, waiting for it, and the guy just shit his brains out.
I forgot.
And that was it.
I forgot the end of it.
Completely different, man.
Yes, so I had forgotten the end of it in that he doesn't explode. He's reborn or whatever the hell.
Yeah, that would have been important to point out, though. Like before,
I was close.
Hyping me up there, you bitch.
Close.
You can't reference Monty Python and incorrectly. I mean, you're talking.
You really can't, dude.
You can't.
Not with me, man.
Especially, I mean, if someone who knows Monty Python fairly well, you're expecting that level of explosion, or like the fact that the guy eats all the fucking food and then. Didn't happen, but close, but close. I'm not gonna say like it's not entirely. It can
close only counts in fucking nuclear warfare and hand grenades, dude.
One of the last scene I did want to mention is that Arbie, the little girl that was lost just randomly in this movie, and
what was her name?
Wendy. I don't remember the little girl's name. I don't remember her name. But the little girl is carrying her mother's decapitated head around with her the whole time.
Right. Yeah.
And at some point, while they're driving away in a car, Arbie hands little girl a fucking beer. And she drinks it.
She chugs it.
And then she ends up shitting out a fucking egg. And then there's a scene where the car flips over.
Yeah.
And crashes and explodes. So they all die.
Movie.
Yeah.
That scene apparently is a reused scene from Sergeant Kabuki Man NYPD.
Oh wow!
So they just reused the fucking scene.
That's hilarious.
That's great.
We haven't done that one for Cinekuest yet.
No, we haven't. But that is one I specifically need Bryce to be on because he's mentioned that a million times, and Bryce has to be on specifically for Sergeant Kabuki Man.
Didn't he also mention Terra Firma?
He's mentioned Terra Firma as well. There's a few Troma movies, and this one I probably is gonna get like fucking. Kind of upset that we did this without him as well.
Yeah,
but it is what it is. Time is of the essence. We need to like move along. Yeah. But there's certain movies I won't move on without him with, and then Sergeant Kabuki is one of them.
There's plenty of others that
well.
we can talk to him about. And try
for sure.
Through. I mean, here's another one that would probably be cool to check out because James Gunn's in there. Tales from the Crapper. Yeah. There's the other one that was mentioned in.
Well, it wasn't mentioned. There was a poster on the wall.
There was the poster.
When Nature Calls, which is a movie made by Charles Kaufman, Lloyd Kaufman's brother.
Yep.
So yeah,
and
there's that one as well.
Yeah, I love Jim Carrey in that.
Yeah. So
we want to talk about the The budget. We mentioned the budget earlier. It was like $500,000 budget. They only made like $22,623.
Yeah.
At the box office. Mm-hmm. This movie is one of Troma's, I guess, fairly well received,
well-known dudes,
well-known movies. Again, surprised. I've known about this movie for the longest fucking time, but I've never seen it. Again, every time I watch a Troma movie, I just have to fucking dive in. I can't think too much about it.
I first saw this on Netflix, or I
Which
forget
one?
where. I think I first saw it on Netflix, or it
No,
might have been Hulu.
I don't think it was ever on Netflix.
I saw it on one of the streaming.
It was probably on
services.
Amazon Prime.
Maybe?
Because most of the Troma movies have been or are currently on Amazon Prime right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I first came upon that movie Slime that we talked about. Like last year or something.
Slime is so awesome.
Slime was fucking hilarious, and it was pretty great. So, again, this movie didn't make much money. It is fairly well reviewed or well liked amongst most people who actually even
Troma
like
fans.
this trash cinema that we talk about sometimes. So on the Rotten Tomatoes, again, take this one with a grain of salt. It has 64% fresh rating.
That's pretty good for Rotten Tomatoes, though, overall.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And on IMDb, has a 6.1 out of 10. Still pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Woo.
So it keeps you in the majors, man.
Some of the... hold on, let me see here. I just want to read some of the titles that people write up for the reviews. The best cinematic experience of my life. Gave it a 10 out of 10. That person did. Just real quick recap on what they said. This was in 2007, by the way. It says, it was disgusting, perverse, and childish, and I loved every minute of it. Agreed. 7 out of 10. You'll laugh, you'll scream, you'll wish you hadn't eaten. This is true. I'm glad I didn't eat when I watched this the first time.
Yeah.
By offending absolutely everyone, Poultrygeist can offend no one. And even if it did, they would be laughing too hard to do anything about it. It's pretty good. Just 2 more here. 9 out of 10. It's Tromarific. Poultrygeist Night of the Chicken Dead is Troma's latest offering and easily one of the best movies, loaded with everything that makes Troma awesome. Copious gore, breasts, sex, lesbians, political incorrectness, scatological humor, fat people. I thought that was funny. And one more, 8 out of 10. Loved every minute of it. Oh, joy of joys. Why aren't there more movies like this around? From the opening scene in the cemetery, the song Fast Food Love is #1 on my hit parade. My meat in your arms, my meat in your buns makes special sauce. Yeah. Everyone like pretty much repeating what we said of all the practical effects and how kind of gross they are and stuff like that. But it's just a fun fucking movie, which so far I haven't had a terribly bad experience with a Troma movie. I think at this point, my least favorite, if I was going to rank them from what I've seen so far, I'm going to say Surf Ninjas is probably like my least favorite.
Yeah, that one kind of dragged.
Surf Nazis Must Die, sorry.
That one kind of dragged a bit.
Still funny though.
Yeah.
Still hilarious. But I would say that's probably like the last one on the list so far. There's something else I wanted to mention about this movie. Hello. Is there anything else, Roland?
No, I'm looking at.
I feel like I'm missing something. I was going to say something I completely forgot.
No.
Oh, sorry. There was some trivia. Give me a bit of trivia on this movie before we end and give our ratings here. Hold on, give me a second here.
Well, there's always the documentary if somebody wants to check that out.
Yeah, there's the documentary. It's fairly long, but if you think making a Troma movie is like the best thing in the world,
yeah,
you may be wrong.
Poultry in motion.
It is a work of passion and love, because if you making these movies, you're just doing it for like the end result, because
You're doing
the actual journey of making the movie and the process is probably pretty tough.
Yeah.
It said this film made national headlines in 2011 when a man named Sidney Clawwitter purchased what he thought was a DVD cleaner, but turned out to be a copy of the movie. And Clawwitter called the film horrifying and a XXX film. And the store owner stated that the device was prepackaged and purchased from a company based in Oakland, California. No charges were ever filed in the case. So he was offended by the fucking movie.
Boo.
Let me see.
In 2011, Jesus.
Yeah, 2011. We did make mention that the movie was made in an abandoned restaurant, which was a McDonald's.
Right.
And apparently you can see like the old registers that they used, or like I think there was like a label on there or something. Trey Parker and Matt Stone were set to have a cameo in Arbie's as Arbie's parents.
Damn.
But the scene was scrapped during shooting, so the audience never sees the parents. And while the movie was still in production, Parker and Stone were often credited for being in the film. So I think that got cut, which sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, this definitely seems like a movie that would be right in their fucking wheelhouse. Absolutely, with all the fucking the jokes and the humor, it's absolutely fucking Matt Stone, Trey Parker, bag of shit tricks.
Let me see here.
Word.
One of the trivias, think the body count in this movie apparently, according to IMDb, is 118 to 182, including the mutant chickens. So there's a lot of dead people in this fucking movie. Okay, so you want to give our ratings and then we can sign off on this movie. Daniel, I'll give you first dibs on this.
I'm going to give it
It was your pick.
4.75 on the Troma rating.
All right.
Then probably a 4 on regular rating. Like, this shit was super entertaining. I love this fucking movie.
All right. What about you, Roland?
For my Troma rating, I'll probably give it a 4.25, I guess. I could have done without the musical bits. They were amusing, but they were still very just like, god damn it. I know.
I think it's just the quality of the
but
musical
like
themselves.
It's definitely. I mean, I want to say it's intentional.
You know what it is?
I want to say it's all intentional.
It's not the music. It's not the lyrics. It's the singing. It's really shitty.
Their tone is horrible throughout the whole fucking everyone. But like, it's so consistently bad throughout everything that I just have to assume that it's done on purpose, and that's fine. Like, that's what makes it funny. But I could have done without it. That was one of the things that I had trouble watching, sitting through the first few times I checked this movie out. That's why I never sat through all of it, because I was like, oh fuck, another musical. I'm good. I'm done. I'm gonna go have a beer now. I'm like, enjoy the rest of it. So yeah, I'll give it a 4.25 Troma rating. And as far as the movie ratings go, I'll give it like a flat 3. It's a pretty fucking hilarious, awesome movie. The dialogue is fucking ridiculously funny, on top of, hitting all of the profanimeter fucking checklists or whatever, tick boxes. And I love the fucking practical effects. Like, it's gory as fuck. It's fucking ridiculous. And yeah, it's super funny. The ending, that was great. I couldn't have hoped for anything better there. Yeah.
All right. I guess for myself, for a Troma movie rating, I'm going to give it a straight 5. I feel this movie pretty much is a pretty good representative of what a Troma movie would be. If you're going to introduce someone to any Troma movie, you give them this one. If they can't get past this, I think they...
Well, if they can get past this,
if they can't get past this, then I mean, good for them.
They failed as people,
and they have a journey ahead of them.
They can handle any Troma film if you can handle this.
Yeah, exactly. Especially with the whole all the dialogue and shit. Like, again, if they aren't offended, then I want to be.
Maybe if they are offended and
if they are offended,
if you can't laugh at that, then whatever, this is a good test of the friendship. Let's watch Poultrygeist.
It's funny if you have someone that's on thin ice of being your friend. Maybe they just annoy you or something. Like,
make them watch this movie. So give them the friend test.
Yeah, see if it survives it.
Right.
As a regular movie, I'm gonna give it a straight 4. I think it's just fucking entertaining altogether. Again, if someone can stomach the gore, the language, the tits, the ridiculous musicals.
I think the tits would probably be the easiest thing to manage.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah.
I don't know. I could be wrong. Unless that offends you too, in which case, god damn it, really?
Again, I think this movie is a pretty good representation of what Troma entertainment is all about. So that's why I give it a solid 5, because, again,
Word.
You have a whole library of movies to get through, and to be entertained by, if this is just your introduction. So
Yeah.
and of course there's levels of movies with Troma. I mean, they get more offensive. They probably get more gory.
Yep.
And there's more musicals. Cannibal, the musical, is part of that.
That's true.
That's a Matt Stone and Trey Parker thing too.
Yeah. Yep.
Or just Trey Parker. I'm not too sure Matt Stone was involved.
No,
in that,
they're both in there.
But yeah, so
I'm pretty
enjoyable
sure
movie all around. Not a good movie to show for your Thanksgiving get together, but maybe if you have a close knit friends,
right,
you can watch this movie and maybe enjoy that as well.
Yeah, I mean,
extracurricular activities are probably recommended to watch this movie while you're having your Thanksgiving. So it's
probably not
enjoyable all around.
Good for anybody with a.
So bang and then nap through this movie.
You're right. Yeah. Probably not good for anybody that has a queasy stomach or if you're eating trying to watch this movie.
Oh yeah, watch this on a full stomach. That'd be good.
Right. Or you know what, Mike? Maybe you could watch this on an empty stomach, and then your appetite will go away, and you'll be fine. You know.
That's exactly what I'm kind of hoping happens right now, because
I'm fine for that diet, fatty.
I was kind of hungry, and then I saw it, and I'm like, oh, it's kind of subsided a little bit.
I started this thinking, I want some fried chicken, and then
this movie
maybe
makes me not want to eat fucking KFC, man. Like it just really doesn't.
Oh,
or churches in that for that matter.
Whoa, now. Hold the phone there. I mean, I can understand KFC.
I'm gonna walk into a fucking or go through a drive-through of churches or a KFC.
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A, on the other hand, they're full of hate,
Oh, that's right.
Do you have any Paco Bell sauce?
Those hateful waffle fries.
Yes,
those intolerant chicken sandwiches.
All right, that's it for our Cinekuest this evening. Hope you enjoy your Thanksgiving.
Yep.
Even though it might suck, so.
I mean, at the very least.
Actually, it might be even better because we're all locked down and shit like that. So
at the very least, make yourself a nice meal.
Enjoy your time, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Get some turkey.
Yeah.
Mashed potatoes, gravy.
Turkey.
Rolls.
Taters.
Bacon wrapped asparagus.
Pecan pie.
Also
it's
good.
Pronounced pecan.
All right.
Only if you're an asshole.
That's it for us.
All right.
Next time.
See you later.
See you, dudes.